let's talk about the series that everyone wants to talk about, the main event here. Phillies Braves. This has been a series we've talked about months now because this has been written in the stars. We knew that the Braves were going to win their division. We knew the Phillies were the top wild card, and we knew the Phillies would probably roll over whoever they played. Now, this is the real life shit here. This is what the Braves have been preparing for I think months now. They got embarrassed last year in a season where they were, just gearing up for the World Series, et cetera, and how, Sharpie, as you know, Sharpie, there's obviously scripts to everything. And I submitted my version of the MLB script, and this is what I wrote down. I wrote down that the Braves sweep the Phillies in this series. I think that Ranger Suarez gets touched up because the Braves are one of the best offenses in baseball against lefties. We all know that. Nola and Wheeler get touched up because the Braves know them well and have seen them plenty of times, get the familiarity, and have hit them well. I think they sweep the Phillies here, take them out. The Braves win this World Series, et cetera. But in that anger, in the rage that John Middleton will have, he will go out to Los Angeles and he'll pluck out ye old Mike Trout, trade for Trout. He'll have Harper and Trout next year, and everyone will be going crazy in Philadelphia, and it'll be a whole thing. So I think the Braves roll this series with the sweep here. I love Strider in game one. He pitches well against the Phillies. Again, we can talk about the Braves offense. The Braves offense is, you could make a legitimate argument for one of the best offenses in baseball history. I mean, their lineup top to bottom has been ridiculous. They're first in both right and left-handed weighted runs created plus, which is hilarious to think about. First and right-handed, 123. First against lefties, 131. Now, again, if I had to make just individual bets on these games, I'm taking the Phillies just because of the good plus money. But I really do think the Braves can handle and roll here, Sharpie. And I'd love to hear your thoughts on this series.
As I'm muted and I'm fucking yapping and talking for no reason, at the end of the day, bro, they're gonna have Strider going game 1 and game 5. And if we talk about somebody owning the team, that's an understatement. I believe they have a combined 154 batting average versus this man in like 6-7 fucking games, 2 times back to backs, and he still had quality starts. I just don't see how the Phillies do it at the end of the day. Ranger Suarez, if he was at home, would have a way better chance because I talk about it all the time. They soak their infield like Houston. If you find a ground ball pitcher, you ride them in those 2 spots because they're going to get their double plays. Look at Nola. Every fucking ball hit on the ground 109 miles per hour was what? It was caught, guys, because it slows the ball fucking down. They do that shit for a reason in those 2 spots, guys. Something me and Noli found out about a while ago. And Max Fried is the best ground ball pitcher in the game. If he has to pitch at all, but he won't be in Philly, that's where I think it is going to go 1-1. I think the Phillies can get to Max Fried. And it's just going to come down to, can they beat Spencer fucking Strider? Because this might go 5. This really might.
This is going to be a great series. And I hope I'm wrong. I hope it does go 5 because that's just ultimately much more entertaining here. Who's going to go game 3, Sharpie, for the Braves? You think it's Elder?
Whoever it is, it's Nola versus them and advantage Nola.
Yep, I would agree with that.
And Wheeler versus Fried in game 2, that's a toss-up. I mean,
yeah, Fried's concerning. I love Spencer Strider, and I think he's good, but Fried's going to be the one that's more concerning out of the 2 of them.
Fried's a big game pitcher, bro. Something Noli showed me years ago that I don't forget shit, bro. And Max Fried has always, year by year, gotten better. All-star break into the playoffs. ERA gets just better. The dude just knows how to flip a switch. So Max Fried is a fucking gamer, bro. This dude shows up in the playoffs.
It's going to be fun to watch this whole series. Just beginning on that. Atlanta won the season series 8-5 this year. Ultimately, who cares about that? Phillies, by the way, against righties and lefties, 10th and 11th. But obviously, that's full season. Their offense has kind of fully come together in the last few weeks. Their shortstops hitting finally. Harper, Kyle Schwarber, even Bryson Stott and fucking Bohm are getting after it as well. So It's tough. And here's the thing. The Phillies recipe all playoffs last year was just win one road game. That's all you have to do. Just win one because they have a fortress in Philadelphia and they just have not lost in the playoffs except for the Atlanta or for the Houston
Comes
Astros.
right back down to just win one. Can you beat Strider one of the 2 games you face him? It's going to come down. Can you beat Strider? That's it. It's because they can get 1 or 2 somewhere in between. Can you fucking beat the guy you have a problem with? And I don't think you can. Not with Suarez on the fucking mound. I think this is, well, Billy was talking parlay, boys. This seems like the easiest thing to parlay up, -1.5 the Braves right here. You've got a ace versus a number 3-4. You've got a fucking fresh bullpen, a team pissed off about them getting beat up on last year and kicked out. This just lines up, bro, where you got Strider who owns them. Philly knows that. They're going to come in pressing. Now, Spencer Strider needs to get through the first inning, bro. At home, juices flowing, playoff game. You know, it's happened a lot with these guys. Gallen, Luzardo. I've learned you just stay off these fuckers, man. You let their blood pump and then settle down and then get into the game if you want. And getting in on Gallen at a 5 under first 5 was beautiful because you know he ain't gonna shit the bed in the second, third, and fourth. That inning's gone and passed, dude. The nerves were gone now. So I can see this guy coming super jacked up. He just needs to stay in the zone the first inning.
Agreed. And correct me if I'm wrong. Last year was his first playoffs too, as
he
well.
Got whopped, didn't he?
Yeah. And so I think that's obviously going to be a big help as well. So he's been there and all that stuff, but the home crowd is going to be fucking pumping.
If the first inning starts to go bad, he's already, dude, mentally he can get fucked off, bro. He needs to get through the first, bro. I'm telling you, it's the worst inning in the world for these guys who haven't been good in the playoffs or even been in the playoffs, some of these guys.
Yeah, this is going to be a great series. Now, again, I have my bold take. I think Atlanta sweeps here, et cetera, but I ultimately would love this to be a great series. And I don't know if it's hard to bet game to game here because you've got such high money lines if you're taking Braves. So if you're betting this, I guess you're just hoping if you're a Braves guy, you're hoping the Braves win and you have, futures tickets or whatever. And if you're a Phillies guy, you bet them every game and you ride it out.
Predict the line, Max Fried versus Wheeler. I don't think it's higher than -130 each way.
Yeah, I was thinking -125 Braves.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think I wouldn't be close to a pick 'em, bro. That's going to get action. They're going to get money each way happily because the Phillies versus the lefty. And, they're going to be like, oh, yeah, fucking fun. And then you got everybody like, Max fucking Fried.
Yeah. And Zach Wheeler's a playoff demon. He's just an absolute playoff demon.
Nola, too, bro. Look at that fool. Fucking just shows up, flips the switch.
Yeah, he needs it for his fucking playoff bag, too. He needs it for that fucking contract next season.